Yo, what's happening? So, kind of came through this epiphany yesterday. uh, People are always like, "Oh, they got the next distraction. This is the next big distraction." And then, sheepy normies will be like, "Well, what? Distracting us from what?" And I think I figured it out. So I think that the whole goal is to get you pretty much out of yourself. So you don't go with your own wits. You don't go with your own gut. You no longer have instinct, like a human being, like a mammal. They have instincts. When there's so many distractions going on, and you're talking about a bunch of stuff that you have no control over, lowers your vibe, puts you in a negative state, then you're really not able to kind of be aware of like your surroundings and things that are a little out of whack. I came through this epiphany because I was at a little get-together with some friends, and my one buddy, we're talking about some stuff, and he just comes out of nowhere and was like, I've yet to been bit by a mosquito. I have yet to have been bit, whatever. Hasn't been bit by a mosquito this year. And we're end of June? And I was like, man, I haven't either. So I've been coming out here, to the back of my property. I got a little trail that comes through here. I got ponds on both sides of me. Some areas that are a little lower, on my property that gather water. And there are no mosquitoes. I was out here last night, and we've had some rain. I mean, the last 3 weeks, we've probably had 2 days every week of steady, solid rain. My garden's going crazy. So what I'm trying to get at is that's the kind of stuff that they distract you from, is that most people, they don't even realize that that there aren't any mosquitoes. It's kind of like, whatever they're doing, spraying, people say chemtrails. I don't really think it's chemtrails. I think I've said this before, is just experimenting with, playing with the weather, blocking out the sun, screwing with the ionosphere. But you can't deny that there are days, weeks on end, that there are planes nonstop. And then there's other days where you got crystal clear blue skies, no clouds. You don't see a single plane. And the distraction would be that you don't notice that there are no days where there's no planes. There's planes flying all the time. So for there to be days where there are huge caked up skies and all these pretty pictures everyone posts on Facebook and all their stupid shit with the sunset, and they're like, oh, praise the Lord. We're so lucky to be here in this beautiful place. And I'm like, that is a fake, like just ugly ass sunset. Sun's just littered with trails of smoke. So, there's these little flies, but they're not mosquitoes. They're almost like gnats. But I'm literally standing, like I'm telling you right now, in years past, last year wasn't that bad either. Now that I think about it, I was so distracted by all the dumb shit that they're doing, that everybody talks about. I never noticed it, but I'm literally standing here where my dog, Bruno, come here. He would be covered, right, buddy? He'd be covered with mosquitoes, and I would be picking them off him. And there's even times where we would hurry up. When you tired, we would hurry up to get to the back of to the house because it was just so ridiculous. And I'm like, it's miserable out here. I'm about to get someone to spray my property, so I can at least go for walks. So, it's crazy. I was working in a school the last couple weeks, a charter school in a crappy area. And man, I don't work like a 9 to 5 where I'm around a bunch of normies who are all around the water cooler, talking about whatever all the blue checks are talking about on Twitter and all these fake social media sites. But holy crap, man. I'm listening to these teachers and these tech guys in their rooms. It's summer school. There's probably 2 classrooms that are being used. School's closing down, so we were liquidating all their excess equipment and stuff that they weren't going to move to the next school that they opened. But man, these people were talking about 2 things. The Russia stuff with whatever that group, the Wagner group or whatever. I never even knew what that was. I still don't know. I don't care. And what's that red on my face? They were talking about that, and they were talking about wildfires. So that's this type of stuff that they distract from. And if I worked in a place like that, I would let them all talk about it, and in the middle of it, I would just kind of come out with, when's the last time any of you have been bitten by a mosquito? Hope you guys are having a good day. Peace.